Every single person that's come to visit has taken sun damage either from Betas or from another star along the route. So we're going to do something about that. Ahoy, salty dogs! Welcome to the Star Squadron server! I'm Lenscap, and today we're playing StarMade, of course, on the Star Squadron server, and I'm stuck. Why am I stuck? Oh, because my left hand is in the wrong place. Okay. This is episode 14. Guys, so I made a few changes to my channel art. What do you think of the thumbnails? They're a little bit different. I like them personally. I think it looks cool. I kind of changed up my name, logo kind of thing as well, so it incorporates the skull pattern that we've got going on. Okay, anyway, today, let's get right into it, because I got a lot of stuff I want to work on today. We want to start on the pod miner. We're going to work on that a little bit. Check it out. It's coming along. Let's go ahead and teleport into it, actually. So that we can get an idea of kind of what kind of changes that have been made. So we want to find pod miner. We're going to do this one. Let's teleport to the bridge, actually. And we're probably going to remove the bridge teleporter now that we actually have an actual teleporter installed. But I figure we go into build mode and take a quick tour of the changes. In fact, let's go ahead and remove this stuff. I need dark gray, and I actually need to be in creative. I don't guess I have to be in creative, but it just makes everything so much easier. Okay, so that's gone. I need black paint to fix this. We had, if you recall from the last episode, we had like a, whoops. We had like a pipe coming up from the lower regions of the ship right here. We'll put systems and stuff behind it so it looks decorated and nice. Alright, let's fly out and take a look at the progress on the ship. I moved the core anchor because we're going to need some more space for thrusters and the salvage cannon. So I moved the core anchor so it was a little asim. That'll give us more space. So the hull of the ship is taking shape. I'm probably going to add some details in right here and right here. I was thinking we'll do something like we did on the Lancer with the crystal armor there. I think that would be cool, kind of like intakes or something. I put my logo over here on the side and outlined it in black, so we've got a little bit of a, branding, I guess, on the side of it. You know, it's my ship that way. I put in a space holder for the size of the cargo pods. This is 9x9x17, the size of our pods. I went ahead and did it as a square, as a cube, or like a rectangular prism, I guess, so that I could pick up other people's cargo pods if I needed to with this. Although we're designing the whole thing around my pods. It's going to be made primarily to be used with mine. I will need to fill in, make it airtight and stuff. But so that's the shape of it. I like the shape of it. It kind of looks like, I was joking, I was showing it off to my girlfriend and asked her what she thought. She said it looked like a pregnant fish, like a really fat, like goldfish or something. And she's definitely right. It does. Like, like the shape of it looks like a really fat goldfish. So that's pretty funny. I might keep the shape of it though, just because of that. I like that a lot. Okay, so I started a little bit of work on interiors as well. I don't have any, like, systems or anything punched in. Well, I have a few systems, like, I've got thrusters in the floor for decoration and whatnot. So, you know how I like to do. So we've got that. I figured today we'd work on this a little bit together. We may finish the ship today. Probably not. You know how I am about finishing stuff. Let's actually turn on lighten mode. Hopefully it's not blinding. Yeah, it's pretty bright, but it's not blinding. So I did the mock-up kind of for where the temporary stuff goes. I did like a mock-up in just regular gray hull, and I feel like we'll just replace all of the gray hull as we go. There's no roof. I always do the roof last so that I can fly around and get a good feel for like the layout of the ship and of the rooms and stuff. We've got all the essentials. Here's our bunk, which, let's see, can we see it if we turn off lighting? Not as well. It's the same kind of bunk as in the eyes and ears. There's a spot above it for storage, but I don't have the storage units in place. I've got a transporter right here with gravity. We actually can go ahead and name this. And we'll just name this, well, we don't know what the name of the ship is yet. So I don't know what to name this transporter yet, but for now we'll just call it Minor, I guess. We'll rename it better later on. This, I would... Oh, missing blocks there. I was about to say I would consider this part finished, but there's missing blocks here, so never mind. That's not good. We'll have to find out what needs to fit in those spots. And I guess in the ceiling too? Nah, not in the ceiling. Maybe we'll just put more of this kind of thrusters. More thrusters are going to be important because this ship is going to have way more thrust than you're going to think. These pods, once they're full, are really, 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 really heavy. And so if we don't have like a ridiculous thrust to mass ratio with them empty, we won't have a good thrust to mass ratio with them full either. So we want to be prepared for that. You know, we don't want to be... I mean, like, it'd be cool to be a little bit slow and sluggish with the pods full. Like, that kind of works. But we don't want to be, like, ridiculously, like, can barely operate with them, you know, when they're full. So we got to keep an eye and keep that in mind as well. Okay, back to the tour. So we've got a bathroom. This is similar to the way I did the bathroom in the Lancer. But the Lancer's one is, like, too wide. This one is too deep instead. There's, like, a little hallway here. This hallway is external, is along an external wall. Although this will not be an external wall once we're finished because we're going to slap the salvage cannon on this side. So it's going to be, probably this will be the edge of the salvage cannon. I don't know if we're going to remove this hull and put systems right up against it. I haven't decided yet. We probably will, actually, because I don't want the salvage cannon to be, like, way detached. I want it to be kind of tucked in and close. But this hallway is very important to our salvage boxes. This doorway lets us access... Let's go find one of the boxes. Lets us access on the modules this cargo block and this button, or this activation module. So that's very important to us. I mean, I guess we could flip the orientation of the pods and put it on this side, but I kind of like having the long hallway. That's just the way that I designed it, so that's how it's going to stay. But that works, you know, and then we can get into that end of the cargo stuff. We can rifle through our belongings, or rifle through our belongings, whatever the word is, and that kind of stuff. I was thinking it would be kind of cool, and this was kind of an afterthought, to have like a smuggler's hatch or something in the floor where we can, you know, it's like a door, like a door in the floor that we can open up and have some extra storage down here. And that it is almost necessary for this ship because the way that it's going to work is we want the salvaging the salvaging cannon to transfer to the ship, and then the ship will have to transfer into the storage pod. Ultimately, we want all of the cargo in the pod, but it won't be able to get into the pod unless it's on the ship first. And I think we can rig that up so that it's automatic. I think. We're going to have to play with it. But we'll have to have a place to hold the storage in the interim. So we'll need a smuggling compartment, quote unquote, where we can kind of store all those goods. We'll probably put that right here in the belly. It doesn't have to be big. It doesn't have to hold a lot of stuff because it's only has to hold enough for one pull tick, basically one pull tick's amount of cargo. So not very much. Let's see, what else have we done? That's pretty much the tour. We've got our little standard kitchenette with our faction module, our medical supplies. This is supposed to be like a refrigerator. I think it works. If we turn off lighting, it works better. If we fly over to the Lancer, you can see it illuminated as well. Let's do that real quick. You can kind of get an idea of what the kitchenette how it works. Yeah, so in the Lancer, so you've got our kitchenette with all this stuff. This was all done before there were slabs, so it's a little bit wonky, but yeah, like a refrigerator, that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm going to work on this a little bit further, see if we can't finish up the interior at least today. And then I do have another project I want to get started on today as well. Alright, so I've got the interior pretty well fleshed out. I figured we'd take a tour of it in hologram mode so we can kind of get an idea of how the lighting is going to look. Obviously, it's not perfect in this mode, but it'll work. Let's actually... Can we hop into gravity? I don't know why we keep hopping out of gravity. Well, there's a gravity block down here we can just use. There we go. Okay, so it's bright enough. It looks a little weird in the hologram, but it's definitely bright enough walking around. There are some spots that I'm not quite finished with. Like, I'm not sure what to do with this wall just yet. Or the top layer of the walls. I haven't quite decided what to do all the way around. I did in the eyes and ears, if you recall, we did decorative pipes like this, which kind of works. But I wanted to do something different. You know, if everything's the same, then it gets kind of boring. But I did get a ceiling in. I like that. And I got those missing blocks placed. I did put that smuggler's area that I was thinking about. There's a trap door right here. Kind of trap door, you know. You can go down into, and then there's like a little room here. This is almost packed full, or not almost, it is pretty much packed full with cargo pods, or with cargo storage units. There's like one path that goes here, and then straight to the chest that's clear, but everything else has storage modules, storage pods, whatever they're called in the way. Storage spaces, I think they're called. So we've got that. I'm done with this project for today. I want to do a quick kind of look at it again, just, you know, to make sure that we like the feel of it. I darkened this hallway. I wanted it to feel dark because it's not supposed to be like it's like a maintenance hallway, you know, so we don't want to waste precious power on lighting it. Not that it actually matters in StarMade. There's something I need to fix. I don't want thrusters showing. So we need to fix that real quick. Let's go ahead and do that together, and then we can get started on the next project. Let's see, where was that? Right here. So this is an easy fix, though. All we've got to do is delete it and place a thruster facing a different direction. Aha, but now it shows on this side, which is, where is that? In the... right there. So that's not what we want either. That's a different place. Actually, what we were looking for is right over here. This one. So we can fix this one, actually, is the one we want to fix. And we want it facing that way so we don't see the plume. There we go. There is some weird transparency with thruster plumes, I've noticed. Like, you can see these thrusters have plumes behind them, even though they're facing this way. The plumes always face toward the back of the ship. And it's kind of like hiding my paint cans and also the mesh. Now that'll be fixed once we've put actually a block. Like if I were to place a block here and here, you know, then that fixes the transparency thing because the plume is not there anymore. And we're going to fill this up with systems, so that's not of much concern. But I thought it was interesting to note anyway. Betis, my star, is a super giant star. That means that it puts out sun damage insanely far away from the center of my system. Fortunately, I managed to park my shipyard exactly in the right sector so that I don't take sun damage from Betis. Now, if we were one sector closer, we would and have take sun damage. So, and this actually has been a problem for me. Every single person that's come to visit has taken sun damage either from Betis or from another star along the route. So we're going to do something about that. Robin Shield came to visit, and his ship actually took such bad sun damage that... Whoa, we're spinning. That was weird. Anyway, his ship took such bad sun damage that his jump drive failed. We actually had to craft some jump drives and take them out to him. Gmod, in our last episode, as you know, had to leave his ship at my place for a while he could get it repaired. And Sven the Slayer as well said he came to visit, and I unfortunately was not online at the time, but he said that he took some sun damage also. And I think he implied that it came from my star, from Betis. So we're going to do something about that today. We want to make it so that you can get to my ship, or to my station, without having to travel through a star. That's definitely a useful trait. How are we going to accomplish that, though? Well, I will tell you. We're going to use a warp gate. Now, I have never built a warp gate, but I brought a bunch of materials with me. I actually am just going to make a really rudimentary warp gate for now, and we'll decorate it later, some other time. But today, we're going to try and figure out the mechanics behind how warp gates work and whatnot. I figured we'd put one here, one sector away from the Salty Shipyard, so that you can pass through, hit N, and target the Salty Shipyard, be able to find us that way. And we'd put the other one probably not right in 222, but probably in like sector 223 or something, right near spawn, so that, you know, you'll always be close enough that you can find where I am. So we're at, like, let's see, here's 223 right there, maybe right next. I have been talking to Jake's Machine about this a little bit. We talked to the other Star Squadron guys, and we will eventually make it so that you can put multiple stations in each sector. And we're probably going to do something like a hub, like a warp gate hub. Kind of like if you're familiar with Minecraft, like, you know how you can build a nether hub for your server so that everybody can kind of link up and travel to and fro bases more quickly. Kind of like that. I figured 223 was a good place to put this, so I'm going to start this initiative by putting mine there. Hopefully everybody else follows suit. If they don't, I guess I can move it. For now, though, the first thing we need to do is build a new station, and we're going to just go ahead and build it. We'll plop it down right here. We'll hit, let's see, what is it to make a new station now? M? N? I don't remember what it is. O, P? P. It's P. We're going to call this Cap Gate. Actually, we're going to call this, because we plan on having multiple stations and multiple systems potentially, we're going to call this Cap Salty Gate. Yep, that'll work. And here is our new station. Now, I forgot to bring a build block, so we're going to have to get a build block, and then we can plop it down and start on our warp gate. Oh, guys, check this out. Okay, so I haven't moved any. Right there's the Salty Gate, or the one block of the Salty Gate so far. But check this out. I can just teleport back to the shipyard. Yeah, we're just going to set destination and activate. And now we can go to and fro super easily. That's awesome. So now that we're here, we can just hit our cargo, grab a build block. Bam. How are we going to do this? I need an inventory real quick. Let's see. We're going to have to do it like this. We'll wait till the pull tick is done. And we can actually we just need one, right? One. Turn off cargo. Put it in our regular inventory. Boom! There we go. Beautiful. Now we can teleport back to the eyes and ears. I'm actually going to go ahead and build the warp gate first. And so I can get a good idea of the shape, because it might take me a second because I've never done it before. We want to go to the eyes and ears. And we have a warp gate. Kind of. Let's clear the helper. Basically, I just made a circle with a 51, with a radius of 51. So that's a 100 block diameter, which is a pretty huge circle. But that should give any ships clearance, to get through here to a pretty big size ship. Definitely bigger than any ship I can produce at the Salty Shipyard. So you know, if you need a bigger ship to get to my station, you're going to have to jump, because that's crazy. Let's go ahead and place down the warp gate computer. We'll just stick it right there. That's all we need. We can hit C and Shift V on this. And now the warp gate is ready. It works flawlessly. Now we're going to have to figure out power. So let's wait for this pop-up and see how much power we need. 40,000 a second. Is that what that said? Yeah, 40,000 a second. So we should be able to do that, actually, and it shouldn't even take that much work. I am clear to go ahead and actually... We're going to leave the build block for now because we're sitting in it. Let's set this symmetry plane back. And we actually want the blue one as well along this plane. So what we're going to do here is just make a couple of lines of power. These don't have to be super long because they're going to go all the way around the thing. So we'll make them maybe 11. That's pretty good because we want to have it basically circular. So we're just going to do it like this. And I'm going to make a bunch of power lines all the way around. Oh, you know, we could do it on the same axis as the gate. No, we want to have room for decoration. Okay, I'm going to make power. I'll be back. Cool, very cool. So here's our rudimentary warp gate. We're going to decorate this and make it look really cool as we go. We've kind of got two options at this point. Should we go ahead and build the other warp gate in 223 that looks just rudimentary like this? Or should we decorate this one, figure out how that's going to work first? We want to make sure we don't get attacked by pirates and stuff, so I'm thinking we kind of fix this one up, make it work and look good, and then we'll just like build a blueprint of it and build another copy at 223. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. We got a warp gate, yes, and we got some work done on the mining ship. Let me know what you think of this warp gate. Obviously, we just have a frame for now, but it's going to be cool once we get there. And leave your feedback below. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay tuned.